This conference will now be recorded.
Please mute your audio. Yes, let's start today's session. So before that, let me open existing project which I created. So you just go to search and type PyCharm. So come in PyCharm professional editor. I'm just opening. So in this, so let me open our existing project which I created in the last session. Here you can see file menu, open, and your project located in C drive, users, desktop. In this desktop, the Django 6:30 am is my folder name. In this folder, I created Django project 6:30 am. This project I'm opening now. Now you can see, yes, this is our project. And to activate virtual environment for your project, so simply go to terminal, and here we can activate virtual environment. Dot dot slash my env scripts slash activate. So look at this, my env is activated. To start the server, then we can pass python space manage.py run server. Okay, but look at this. In the last session, we just started to create models. Okay, so model we created. So that is application 2. In this application 2, I just create a models. So models.py file. We have created one model. So model represent database. Okay, so model represent what? Database only. Database table. So after making migrations and migration, this table created automatically. This table created in database SQLite 3. But how to manage this table means there are different ways are there. One is we can manage from here, PyCharm editor. Right hand side, there is a database option is there, database window. You can open it and simply here you can see. So here main is there. You can expand these tables and your table name is by default your application name underscore employee. If you don't mention any table name, by default this table name only is going to be takes place. My app to underscore employee. Right click on this table and edit data. So look at this is table here. And one more way also we can manage your database table which you created, that is third party tool. That third party tool name is DB browser for SQLite. The third party tool name is what actually? DB browser for SQLite only. Let's see this. I'm going to search and DB browser for SQLite. I have installed in my computer already. So DB browser for SQL. If you want to manage any models using this DB browser for SQLite, so you can click on this DB browser and now you can see open database and go to the location of your project where you have created. I just create my project on desktop. So let me open desktop. So desktop, and now you can see project name is Django 6:30 am folder. Project is Django project 6:30 am and database folder name is db.sqlite3. This I am opening. The moment when I open this, lot of tables created, and one of the table which we created recently for our application, my app to underscore employee is there. Right click on it and browse table. This is one option here, browse table. So you can manage the data by using DB browser for SQLite, and also we can manage your table from PyCharm professional editor. Right hand side database option is there, or else you can manage your table from admin panel, Django admin panel. You know how to go to admin panel. To go to admin panel, compulsory super user is required. Already I just create super user, and now you can see before going to show the admin panel. So compulsory your model need to be include or register in admin.py file. Double click on admin.py file. So look at this admin.site.register employee model. So this employee model is class which is coming from where? My app2.models. Import what I am importing employee. This is called module importing section. You know, in already Python we learned module importing how to do it. So your application name is myapp2.models import employee module. So admin.site.register employee model. So whenever we do registration like this, automatically this model represent in the admin panel only. Let's see this admin panel by going that. So to go to admin panel, simply Python space manage.py run server. Once we run server, you will get hit this link. After hitting this link, you will be able to get the response from the page, because previously what we discussed, by default this project level URLs are going. Look at this project level URLs, and here there is one application URLs. I didn't mention any name. That's what it is directly targeting my app2.urls. Okay, my app2.urls means application to URLs. Again, it will call directly. There is no view name. It will call my underscore view only. And whenever this view is executing, we got return response what index.html page only we are getting. So that is what we are looking the output here clearly, index.html. But I want to move to where admin panel. So let's go to the URL name is admin. The moment when we hit the admin panel, so it will ask the username and password. Super username, I have to give this name and password. Clicking on login super user. So now you can see we reach to administration Django administrative page. So this is our application and this is our model. So whenever we create a model in models.py like employee model, but by default in Django administrative panel, the name of the table is by default what employees, plural name through it will create. If we have a student model, students it will create. I have model employees, so employees model is create employees. So whenever we click on it here, you can see this. So we got this adding employee. Right now, in my table, there is no records. Do you want to add records in admin panel? Look at this. The moment when I add employee, click on add employee. So it is asking to add employee. Okay, just employee name, so employee address, employee mail. Okay, just I'm giving employee mail, employee age. Now you can see when we click on save it. So the moment when we click on save it, another also. Save and another means it will save this record and another record also it will allow you to enter. But let me save it. But note this point, when I create a new record into this employee, look at this, the record is looking employee object 1. When we add one more employee, like one more employee I'm adding, now this time you can see, so just I'm taking one more employee object is adding employee object 1, employee object 2 only. So what is the problems are here? Why don't it is going to display record like table structure here in admin panel? Okay, yes, by default, when we register your model class into admin panel, when we try to add a new records, every time it is going to be keep on adding like employee object 1 like this only. Here you can see this employee object 2 means we will see this Durga record it is. Go back, employee object 1 means you will see this Mohan record it is. So the problem is here what? We cannot able to identify that particular record which is which record which employee record that is. So even if you click on this, then only you will come to know that Durga employee record like this, and if we click on it, then only we will come to know that this is Mohan record. So when we add multiple records here, So employee object 1, 2, 3 like that only there. But sir, I want to display this records. But here the problem is only with the Django administrative panel. But here these records already go and check out the tables. Here you can see my app to underscore employee. You just refresh it. Here there is clear information. Table structure only there here. From where we are managing from our PyCharm professional editor. Then the DB browser for SQLite also. Let's refresh it once. Now you can see data is going to be managed with table format clearly. No problem. Here no problem. And in our PyCharm professional editor, no problem. Table structure only it is available. Only Django administrative panel only it's showing like this employee object 1 because you have registered in admin.py. So simple logic, what you registered in admin.py, how you registered this same way it is going to be impact on your admin panel, sir. Normally I have just included admin.site.register employee only. So that's what employee objects every time it is going to affect. But at least I want to display here employee object instead of I want to display employee name, sir. At least I'll come to know that. So which name of the record it is, which employee record. So instead of displaying employee object 2, employee object 1, I have to display the name of the employee here instead of employee object 2. To display name of the employee here, so what we need to do changes, you have to go to models. So in this model class, look at this, in this models.py, so we have to create one Python function. So there is a Python function in that is string function str_str_str. It's a special method. So I want to return the employee record with what name only. So self.name. When we use this into models.py section, def is a keyword to define the function. __str is a special method of self. Return self dot what actually name only. Def __str self dot name. Once we do changes in these models, then look at this. After restarting the server is reloading. Just click with mouse in the terminal, automatically server will be reload. After that, go to admin panel. Once you refresh it, now you can see the name of the employee is going to display in this admin panel. So at least you will come to know that clearly. So this is the Durga record, this is the Mohan record. Sir, can't we display this record completely table structure, how we are displaying in DB browser for SQLite, and also how we are displaying in this table, my employee to underscore employee table, so my app to underscore employee table, this table structure? Yes, we can display. But even we can also display, look at this, not only employee names, sir. I want to display with employee IDs. Can we display with employee IDs? Yes. How to display means in models.py, instead of return self.name, we have to use self.id only. That means ID number will be displayed here. Let's go and check out. So admin panel. So let's refresh it. Now ID is coming like this. But the problem with ID is what, the moment when we click on this ID, any ID number 1 or 2, so this is actual integer type. But look at this, the error is coming. Type error at admin, my app to employee to change. So this is unable to change this record uh, whenever we click on ID number, because ID number is integer number. So that is the problem actually. So how to convert this into integer means we have to convert into string only, sir, here, because that is integer, we have to convert into string self dot id like this. Okay, def str return str self dot id. So when we convert this string, look at this, even when we represent this employee records with IDs, refresh it and click on ID, so you will be able to get ID number 2 record here, this is. And also when we go back, ID number 1, when we click on it, so ID number 2, ID number 1 record is coming like this. So do you want to display this with the name or ID? You can decide this. With the name in the sense, no need to convert because name is a string. Just simply self dot name. And with ID means converting the string only here. So I'm displaying this with the name only. So look at this, name through only. We are going to bring the employee records here. So the moment when we click on this name, it is coming. Sir, I don't want to display the names here. I want to bring this employee records into completely table structure, how we are displaying in DB browser, how we are displaying in PyCharm professional table format, same format. I want to display my records in admin panel also. Then what is requirement? So to display this employee records in table structure in admin panel, so we have to go to admin panel and change the settings only. So here we have register in the normal way, but look at here, to represent the table format, we have to create model admin class. Model admin class means, let me show you. In admin.py only, model admin class we have to prepare class. So employee admin, I'm just creating any name you can take. This is not a problem. This is generated from admin.modeladmin. And this model admin class is having list display property. List display means what list you want to display the employee details. You can first name, and I'm taking address, and next mail and age only. This is my list. Like this, I want to display here. So these two lines of the code makes to display your employee details in table format. Table format means same structure like how we have seen the employee table how we have seen this employee records in table structure. Clearly same structure only it is going to display, sir. Class employee admin, admin dot model admin. This name you can take any name, but this class should be inherited from admin dot model admin only. So in this model admin class, list displays the property. What list of columns you want to display in the admin panel, that list you have to use. So I mentioned according to model, name, address, mail, age. So in admin panel also name, address, mail, age. But even though when we use this employee admin panel, employee model admin class, but still we are not able to display the records into table structure. Look at this, go to admin panel and refresh it. Do you have any structure? No. Why? Because you have registered your model into admin.py file. How the way you register, it will impact on your admin page. But you have register what? Admin.site.register, only model name you have given. But already we created employee admin model admin class, is there or not? Yes. So we have to include comma model admin class also. This class also you have to include employee admin. Whenever we include employee admin class here, automatically this list display table format, this order only it will display into admin panel. Let's see this now. So automatically this impact onto your admin panel. Look at this table structure is coming. So name, address, mail, age. What order? Same order. This order is going to be same like this. Name, address, mail, age. If we change the order like this, first only age I'm taking. Next here I'm taking name. Okay, name. So here I'm taking mail. So now this order is going to be takes place here. First age, address, name, mail. This order only it is going to impact on your admin panel. Order is important. What order you have included in admin.py file of your project, same order it is going to be represented into administrative panel only here. Age, address, name, mail. So the order is important, sir. So I don't want to change the order. Let me take name, and let me take address, mail, and then age only, sir. Just I want to show you the order. And one is missing here. ID, automatic generated ID is missing. Do you want to display ID also? So you can display the ID, name, address, mail. Let's go to terminal and click on it. Click with mouse. Automatically server is reloaded. After that, you can go to admin panel, refresh. Now you can see ID, name, address, mail. Look at this ID, name, address, mail. So to insert record, here only we need to add? No, sir, not required. Here you can add it, or else directly you can go to where? Your PyCharm professional editor, my app to underscore employee is there. No? Here also we can add the record. How to add the record here, sir? If you want to add the record, so there is a plus symbol is there, add row is there, or insertion is there. Plus symbol you can hit this. Here we can use any record. I am taking record, and now I'm taking here prasad@gmail.com, and the age is what? Actually 45 I'm taking. After that insertion, you can click on green arrow mark up, that is called submit button. The moment when we click on submit button, record inserted successfully. This will impact on admin panel also. Look at this, third record inserted. This will impact on DB browser for SQLite 3 also. Here also we have included. So this is about. So it is optional DB browser for SQLite 3. In the older version, generally programmers were used this DB browser for SQLite 3. Either you can manage your table in admin panel, or we can manage the table from directly here database folder from Python Professional later only. So this is about model creation and model management, means table management in admin py file and also here database. So that means once we prepare a model and how to manage your model in different style of way. So I just explained clearly, because in upcoming session we have to manage the models very clearly here. So you must and should aware of that. Okay. And one more important thing I want to tell you. Sir, can we create multiple models in one models.py file or on one application? Yes, why not? Multiple models we can create. But look at this, the moment when I create a model and make migrations and migrate, automatically the table name is fixed, sir. What is that? Table name is creating every time by default. Your application name, myapp2 underscore your model class name employee, sir. Sir, I don't want to be, my table name should be like this, myapp2 underscore employee. Can't we give table name as per my own name? Yes, we can give that. That also I will tell you how to do it. Look at this. Let me recreate one more model. And anyway, we have represented this table in admin.py file. So employee admin, so list underscore display ID, name, address, mail, age. Okay. So we have included this employee class, employee admin. So this time if you represent a table format, so in this models.py, this is not required, because earlier I used this one. At least I want to display my table records with employee name only. That's what I included this one only. It is required, not required. Comment it now. Okay. And one more important thing is, in admin panel, there are two ways to register your model. So how I register my model into admin.py file? Admin dot site dot register your model name, which is coming from your application 2 dot models, comma employee admin, which I created just now. This is also, either you can go with this line to register your model into admin section, or else you can comment it. You can also go for decorator registration is there. Decorator registration means, you know that in Python decorator is y. So decorator always starts with a red symbol. So here I'm taking admin dot register of your model name. That's it. So this is very simple, no? Either you can register your model with decorator registration, or normally apart from this line, you can also include this line. Anyone it is working, sir, not a problem. So at the rate of admin dot register employee model, I have registered. So employee model register with model admin class, employee admin. Or else if you don't use this one, simply admin dot site dot register your model class comma employee admin. This also we can use, either use this line or you can use this line. So upcoming session I'm going to use this line only. So that's what I'm going to tell you, that you just reload this and refresh admin panel again, same look and feel will be there. There is no change. Okay, like this. So let's log out. Admin panel is not required here. Let me close. But my requirement is, I want to show you, sir, one more model I want to create. But look at this one more model how to create. Let me copy this model and just I'm going to place here. My model name is right now student model. I'm taking student model. So student name, address, mail, age only. But look at this. The moment whenever I create a new model class into models.py file, compulsory we have to execute two important commands. You know that python space manage.py make migrations, and also python space manage.py migrate. Two files compulsory how to create, sir. Yes, obviously. Two files compulsory how to create. Two commands you have to pass it. So python space manage.py make migration means it will create migration file along with SQL statements. And if you want to execute that SQL statement, you have to pass the command python space manage.py migrate command. Whenever we do migrate only, then SQL query will execute, then your table will be created based on its model in models.py. But look at this. Previously, when I created this employee model, automatically the table name will be like my app to your application name underscore employee model class. But sir, I don't want to give this name of table. I want to give my table name as per my requirement own. Then what I can do, where I can change my table name means simple. So in this model class only, class meta class is required. So what is meta? I'll explain you in upcoming session. Don't worry. This is in this meta class, there is a property like db underscore table. So if I use db underscore table, here we can give uh, my student. I'm taking table name is my student. Okay, or else we can say table name, we can give student details like this, student underscore details. It's my table name, student details. So if I don't use these lines, then what will be the table name? Same, your application name, my app to underscore student. But I don't want to be the default name. I want to create my own name of this table. So based on it model. So if you want to provide your own name of your table, simply you can add class meta colon and db underscore table equal to student underscore details. db underscore table equal to student underscore details is required. So this name only will impact when we do make migrations and migrations. I'll show you after making migrations and migration student details through only name will be created. Let me show you. Let's go to here and control C. So you are going back to your command prompt again. You want to clear the screen, cls, so clear screen, and make migrations compulsory. Whenever the moment when we add what we can say new model, make migrations mandatory, migrate is mandatory. Okay, and to check the SQL statements are not mandatory every time. Python space manage.py make migrations. Now you can see make migrations. So whenever we do make migrations, look at this. We got one migration file, myapp2 slash migrations folder slash your file name is 0002. Previously it was migration file name is 0001, but right now 0002 student model purpose. Where is migration file created sir? Under application. Look at this 0002 student model purpose migration is created. Migration file is created. This migration file is also showing the student name is what actually name of the model is student only. But look at this db table is what sir? Student details. With this name only table name will be created. Is this created table any table? No, sir. It is only generated internally SQL statements. Do you want to check SQL statement what it generated? Simply Python space manage.py SQL migrate your application name and migration file name 0002. The moment when I hit this, now you can see we got this table script. This table script is generated by home ORM object relational mapper. Who is creating this table sir? All migration file means object relational mapper tool is there, which is integrated with the Django framework. So that ORM is going to be take responsible to create a table script and migration file. So whenever you execute this table script only, then table will be create with the name student underscore details, but it will not create now. So when it will create tables are really means python space manage.py migrate command we have to pass it. So python space manage.py migrate command, when we pass it, then immediately this script, whatever it is generated by ORM, so create table, that script will be executed and table is going to create it. Look at this. We have applied migrations on 002 file. So table created successfully. Where is the table created means you can check by going to here database and refresh once, right click on main and refresh this, and automatically look at this student underscore details table is created or not. Yes, right now this is my table name. How this table name represent? Because of I mentioned clearly my table name should be student underscore details only. Here in this models.py two models are there. So for every model class one table represent. So your model class is going to represent a table name. Your model class fields represent a table columns clearly. And do you want to give the name of the table as per your own name? So you can mention this name only will impact. If I don't give this two lines, then what will be the table name? In the sense application name underscore student only, same like what we have seen in the previous lecture, my app to underscore employee. But I have created my table name separately, student underscore details. Right click on it, edit data. If you want to insert, you can insert like this only. So this is about completely model management. Okay. So models management, you know how to manage your models and tables. And also view section also we discussed clearly in my previous lecture. So what is view logic, how it will work. So, and also template also we prepared template folder. In this templates we created HTML template. So in MVT pattern, model view templates are very very important. So we got clear idea about MVT. So once this basic idea, everyone should reach up to here, sir, before going to start actual Django, because again it will take 1 week time. So to start real Django application development. Okay, so in this 1 week, what we are going to do means we are going to explain that complete UI technologies basics like HTML basics, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, all UI technologies, fundamental concepts, and at least you should aware every Django developer, every web developer must and should aware basics of UI technologies, how to manage HTML tags, how to manage CSS cascading style sheets, how to write your own JavaScript function, how to call that JavaScript function with respect of HTML form, how to validate HTML form fields. These are all things we are going to learn in 1 week sessions. After 1 week only, we are going to start from here Django lectures again. So what I mean to say, you have 1 week enough time, sufficient time to make setup of Django and how to create applications and how to manage models, views, templates. Once you got idea by watching my videos, last 6 lecture videos, you just carefully watch and complete your that 6 videos session information. You just be ready for Django upcoming sessions after 1 week. So during this period when I explain UI technologies, completely my focus on UI technologies only. After completion of this UI technologies, we will be focus Django lectures again. From here onwards, I am going to start. So you have sufficient time to manage your Django settings, projects level, application level, everything. You can just be ready up to here, what I explained. So once you get clarity up to here, then upcoming sessions will be easily, clearly, not a problem. Okay, just a moment. Yes. So this is about MVT model view templates. Now, so we'll be focus and so we have to explain each purpose we have to use, and you must and should aware of that, because already we know the what we can say, so complete related files. But today I will explain complete project hierarchy, project level hierarchy files, and application level files. So look at this. Project folder contains init.py, asga.py, settings.py, urls.py, wsga.py. And my application level files are again migration folder, init.py, admin.py, apps.py, models.py, test.py, urls.py, views.py. So today I'll explain these files clearly step by step, And from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with UI basics, HTML basics. So let's begin this because everyone should aware of these files and folders, what purpose we are trying to create here. Okay, let me show you this. So now you can see here, first main file is every time we are using that file, no? So totally the moment when we create a project, you will be able to see this manage.py. So what is this manage.py? Because we use many times here to create a project, we use manage.py. Application, we use manage.py. To run the server, we use manage.py. To make migrations, manage.py is required. If you want to migrate it, then you have to use manage.py. So every time you have to use manage.py. So this file is used basically as command line utility. Command line utility means every time we have to go to terminal, this is command line, and there only we have to pass manage.py like this, manage.py, and run server if you want to run server. This is called command line utility or not? Yes. Generally, manage.py is used to execute your project in command line utility. And also, if you want to debug and running of our web application, we use this manage.py file clearly, sir. This is manage.py. Sir, what will be there in the manage.py? I want to see this, what is there inside this manage.py. Let me double click on this manage.py. Notice this point, all of you. So here, Django command line utility for administrative tasks. Import OS, import sys. This is built-in code. Look at this. Here we have a main method. Main method means entry point of the project. The project will start execution from this main method. Also, it's called already. Look at this. If name underscore underscore equal to main method only. So if this special variable value is main, this is main method. So this main method only we are calling. The moment when we start server, first manage.py will execute. Manage.py will execute what? Main method. Look at this environment also by default setting what? Django project 6:30 a.m. settings only. Means whenever for the first time when we pass the command python space manage.py run server, manage.py will execute main method. Main method is having what settings? Your project settings. Django project 6:30 a.m. dot settings only. Django project 6:30 a.m. dot settings we are doing. Django project 6:30 a.m. dot setting. So these settings are very important. This settings file where it is there here. Django project 6:30 am settings.py. Settings.py is very important file. So that's what here manage.py is important. Manage.py is having main method only built in, it is integrated. Next, very important file I'm talking about settings.py, sir. Settings.py. So it is a global file, we can say that. Global file means project level related task we are going to do with settings only. So this file is present for adding all the applications and middlewares, okay, and also template directories and database configuration. Everything we can include in settings.py. So this is the main file for our Django web applications. So once I go to settings.py, look at this here, everything is managed. Installed apps, we are going to include our applications what we created under this project. Every time we have to include this, and also a lot of middlewares are included. These are all built-in middlewares. In our upcoming Django sessions, we have to create our own middlewares. We have to include our own middlewares also here. And now we can see templates folder. We are configuring templates also here, and also by default configuration of Django associated with what? One database that is called SQLite3. db.sqlite3 configuration also there here. db.sqlite3 configuration. Default engine type is django.db.backends.sqlite. Name base directory db.sqlite3 like this one. So this is about SQLite3 database integration, which is available settings.py. Settings.py is very important file. So once the moment when we do settings.py, it will impact on all our applications clearly, sir. Okay, this is very important. Settings.py, don't do changes unnecessarily in settings.py, sir. Okay, yes. So if you do changes, then again your project will be in trouble. So this is settings.py. Next, run server command is required. No, every time we use run server. Generally, Python space manage.py run server we use, sir. Run server. What is run server here? So this command is used to run the server for our Django web application. If you want to run the server, we use run server command only. Okay. Next, one more important file is there in under the application level, that is called migration. Migrations means what? This file is used for applying the changes. Whatever we are doing changes in models that makes effect into database. So that migrations we can do. So if you make any changes to our database, then we use migrate command. This is used first time we create database here. All migration files will be created into migration folder only. So we have seen this current application myapp2. In this migrations, migration files are created. How it will be? Python space manage.py make migrations. And make migration is very important. This is done to apply new migrations that have been carried out due to the changes into the database only. And there are some init files are there. Look at this, in the project level init.py is there. Every application level init.py is there. This file remains empty, sir. This file remains empty. We did not to change anything in this file only, init.py. So why? Because init.py indicates it's a package actually, which is having init.py. That indicates that is nothing but package only here. So we don't be do any changes into this file only, sir, init.py file. Okay. And next, urls.py is there. So mainly the moment when we create a Django project, so only urls.py available under the project level only. But according to our convenient, whenever you are going to deal with multiple applications, so better to include application level urls also. So urls.py is important. So this file handles all the urls of our web applications. Yes, url names are endpoints. This is endpoint, this is endpoint, or resource also we can call it as. Here three url names are there: admin, myapp, myapp1. These names are called endpoint names or resource or url names. Any name you can call it as, are not a problem. Okay. So this is the admin, myapp, myapp1. So these are the endpoints. So urls.py is required to create or define your own URLs for your web application. This file has the list of all the endpoints that we will have for our website only. And there is one more two important files are available, sir, especially in the project level. One is ASGI, another one is WSGI. ASGI stands for Asynchronous Gateway Interface. WSGI stands for Web Server Gateway Interface. ASGI means Asynchronous Gateway Interface. WSGI means Web Server Gateway Interface. Asynchronous Gateway Interface, Web Server Gateway Interface. These two interfaces are there. ASGI, WSGI files are there. Okay. So ASGI file means asynchronous communication. There are two communications generally in web development process: synchronous communication, asynchronous communication. Imagine that ASGI means asynchronous communication, WSGI means synchronous communication. In synchronous communication, total request, whatever we are sending to the server, that request process takes place at server side only. Complete client request is processed at server side. Obviously, it will take little bit time because total data is going to be processed by server side, and that response should come into the client only. That is synchronous communication. Asynchronous communication means the moment when we send a request to the server, maximum client request is processed at client side only. Maximum client request is processed at client side. Only minimum, whichever it is really needed, processed by the server, that will go to server and process. So here we are reducing burden onto the server by using asynchronous communication. That's what ASGI is, the successor version of WSGI. Okay. So WSGI mainly concerns with web server gateway interface, WSGI server, and it is used for deploying our applications onto the servers like Apache IIS, Internet Information Services, like this. But we are not going to use this server. because we are having our built-in server like Django web development server only. So WSGI stands for Web Server Gateway Interface. Okay, and ASGI is nothing but what actually it is a successor of WSGI. In the newer version of Django, you will also find the file named called ASGI. So apart from WSGI, ASGI can be considered as a successor interface to the WSGI only. We can say that. ASGI means asynchronous communication. These two servers we are not going to use. In Flask framework, we are going to introduce WSGI server also. These are all project related files. But in the application level files, main files are there. Look at this admin.py, apps.py, models.py, test.py, views.py, URLs configuration only. So now coming to this admin.py, sir. So this file, already we have included. As the name suggests, this file is used for registering your models into the Django administration. Yes, I have registered my models into Django admin panel. After reaching to admin panel, my models are managing in the administrative account only. If you want to register your models to manage your models and tables in Django panel, then we can use admin.py. So the models that are present uh, in admin.py file, which will be represented in administrative panel. So super user can control the information that is being stored in admin.py. So there is apps.py is there. We are not going to use this apps.py because apps.py is just for application configuration. But actually basic, what we can say, basic configuration is quite enough. No need to do any configurations apps.py through. This file deals with application configuration of the apps. The default configuration is sufficient enough in most of the cases. So we won't be doing anything here in the beginning only. So apps.py is not required. Look at this apps.py. When I double click on it, automatically this configured my app to also configured. But this is automatic configured. Already we have configured this apps.py configuration in settings.py. I have included into my app to under installed apps. This is default application configuration is enough. No need to do any changes in apps.py. In case if you don't want to do any changes at project level by going to settings.py, exclusively under your application only you want to modify, then we can go for apps.py better. So that is apps.py is important. So apps.py we don't use, and models.py is important, sir. So all the models database related classes we can include into models.py. This file contains models of our web application. So models are generally usually Python classes. We are using class student. Student is a class name, Python class only. Class through we are going to prepare database tables. And these models very important, which will be deal with completely database management. And views.py is very important. View is main logic actually. This is Python logic. This file is a crucial one for web applications of Django. It contains all the views, usually class-based views or function-based views also we can include in this. A view function or class Python function that takes web request. Yes, we are this is going to take web request, and it is going to return as a response only. Response should be in the template or normal HTTP response also we can use. This is main files are crucial file. Our request and response is processed by using view only. Without a view logic, so we can't do much more things here. Okay, so finally test.py is there. This test.py also we are not going to use in Django. In case if you want to test your code, so in our upcoming sessions after completion of Django, anyway we are going to start with REST API. There I'll create my own API. That API testing code I am going to write in test.py file only. So I can run this test.py file whether my API is going to work properly or not. At that time, we'll see test.py file only. But as of now, in Django application, regular usage files are what you know: admin.py, models.py, urls.py, views.py. These are the regular usage of files. And in the project level, main usage of files are what? Settings.py, urls.py. That's all. These files are required. So this file configuration also very, very important. So that's all for today here. Tomorrow onwards, for 1 week, I'm going to focus on UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, jQuery. What I mean to say that you have 1 week enough time, okay, to practice this Django, what I explained in this 7 sessions, including today's session, 7 sessions. 7 session videos also you will have that. Okay. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll do one thing, Mr. Das. Afternoon time I'll be free. So I'll ask you to join on the same link so that I'll ask you to share your screen. So we will fix the problem. Your screenshots, but there is no any missing, but everything is fine. But still you are getting that message. Why it is getting? So I need to check all the files which we created. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, afternoon, which time, sir? What time, sir?
Yeah, you can message. Not a problem.
Okay, 1:30
Which time? I'll let
to.
you know that in our group. I'll post it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sorry
Yeah,
for the
I'll
confusion.
actually I'll have offline classes up to 1 o'clock. So after 1 o'clock, I'll reach to 1 to 2 minutes. I have to by 2 o'clock, I'll reach to my home. So there I'll connect.
Okay, thanks, sir. Thanks. Thank
Yeah. Yeah. So only WhatsApp group not required, man. You are only Django students, so we will not allow. So all my Python full stack students are there in that group. Okay, if possible, I'll allow you that. Okay, not a problem. Uh, HTTP response you have to
I did
include.
that.
Look at this here. Here you have used HTTP response. Here like this you have to include from django.http import HTTP response.
Yeah, I have that. Let me just see here. Oh, mm-mm, I have that.
Then what is the problem? What error it's coming?
It's showing frozen import library dot bootstrap line